Alrighty. Hello guys. Welcome to M.B.Yockey I'm Morgan, and welcome to my channel. This is obviously my first video, so I feel a little bit of an introduction is needed. My name is Morgan, obviously, and I do a lot of photography and a lot of long drives in Alaska. That's kind of how I get through the long summers and very intense winters, is I go out, I see mountains, and I take photographs of them. It's kind of my bread and butter and how I ground myself. And so this channel here will be kind of a vlog channel where I go through different drives that I went on and see if I can find a favorite photo from that drive. With this drive, I wanted not only to get good photos, but photos for the channel. And obviously the first video, that's very important. But the next most important thing is going to be profile photo. You know, I wanted these photos to represent me in a particularly me way. Now, my favorite place in the state of Alaska is Denali National Park. Without a doubt, hands down, it's my favorite place to be in the state. It's where I get my national park pass every year. I love the 250-mile drive up there. It is so meditative for me just to essentially not think for long, expansive journeys. And sorry, the Alaska state bird is the float plane, and one of those just flew overhead, so I apologize. But I didn't get any photos from the first half of the drive, so I won't bore you with that for right now. But the second half of the drive starts at Talkeetna, which is about 120-ish miles north of Anchorage. And I did this trip on the 30th and 31st of May, and it was snowing. I sometimes forget, even though Anchorage here, it's very beautiful and green by, mid-May. In the interior, it's very much delayed. So when I got just north of Talkeetna, there was a fantastic snowstorm, as evidenced by this picture here. Now, I didn't get any snow in the park itself. I did get rain, and I had to kind of dodge that for the rest of the time. But in the rain, I happened to see a few lovely little animals. Firstly, is this little bird here, which I have yet to identify. However, it's not the first photo of that bird that I took. There is this incredible one, which I keep these around just as kind of a, technology is funny, isn't it, sort of way. It's like, obviously I want the bird. No, I want the trees in the background. But it wasn't just birds that I saw. There are 3.5 moose that I saw. 1, 2, 3.5 right here. Now the third and a half one, that was on the way out of the park. So not technically in the park, but I'll still count it. Got a lovely bunch of moose. And also in Cantwell, a town just south of the park, there was a moose on the highway, which is right here. It's not a great photo, I know, but I like to record these things. It's fun for me. Now, as for the photos themselves, my favorite place in the park is the Savage River Loop. Now, as a normal person, without any reservations, whatever, you can only go to a certain point in the road in Denali National Park. And that road ends at the Savage River Loop. It's about a 2-mile loop. You go up a stream, you cross it, go up the other way, and then you can cross the bridge spanning the river that tour buses use. And when I first moved to Alaska permanently, me and my dad, he helped me move up here, and we did that hike, and so it's got a lot of sentimental value to me. And so I figured, what a fantastic place to take photos of. And this photo here, this is the view from the place I was taking these photos at. So if you are at the first parking lot, you'll see a bunch of rocks up to your right. And I thought, you know what, this is a great windbreak. There's going to be some shelter from the rain. This is where I'm going to take my photos. And that's what I did. I crawled up there with a tripod, an automatic shutter, and the camera, obviously, and then proceeded to take some photos. Now, obviously, I had to pick a favorite, which you probably can tell based on the profile photo of this account. But here are the ones that I liked enough to edit and save. First off, we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the one I ended up choosing was number 5 right here. Now, obviously, it's my personal favorite. It was also the first one that I took that day, which I kind of find funny. I know a lot of people think that, the later photos are going to be better, but I think I really outdid myself on this one. Do you guys have any personal favorites of any of the ones that I've done? And if so, please leave them in the comments. Thank y'all for stopping by the channel.